Echoes of the Cyan Veil. In the year 2478 of the stellar drift calendar, the planet Ethera, known to its few off-world visitors as the Cyan Veil, hid its greatest secret beneath layers of jagged, luminous rock. From orbit, it appeared as a serene turquoise orb wrapped in swirling atmospheric storms. But beneath its surface lay a world of impossible scale. A labyrinth of colossal underground canyons carved by ancient cosmic forces, glowing eternally with the reflected light of the planet's massive, swirling cyan companion star that dominated the cavern skies like a second sun. The story begins with Cale Voss, a rogue xenoarchaeologist and former hover racer, who crash-landed his battered ship into one of the upper canyons after a botched heist on a corporate freighter. As emergency lights flickered across the wreckage, he saw it for the first time, a city that should not exist. Fused seamlessly with the planet's jagged bedrock, pulsed with cyan, purple, and violent orange energy. Thick clouds of luminous dust swirled in the artificial winds created by the reactor's breath. Legends whispered among black market pilots spoke of Ethera's true history. Millennia ago, the Solari, an ancient, advanced species who had evolved alongside the planet's unique geology, built these reactors not for power, but as hearts for an entire world. When their home star began to destabilize, they burrowed deep, using the natural canyons as shields. The reactors were their defiance against extinction. But something went wrong. A cataclysmic overload 5,000 years ago fractured the planet's crust and drove the Solari into myth. The reactors, however, never fully died. They slumbered, occasionally flaring to life and bathing the underground world in eerie, beautiful light. Cale watched as living arcs of plasma danced between the pillars. A holographic warning in an unknown language flickered before him: the Veil sustains. The Veil remembers. He barely escaped the district before automated defense drones awakened. The overgrown ruins. Deeper still, fleeing through narrow fissures, Cale stumbled into the veiled sanctum, the abandoned overgrown sector. Here, the futuristic megastructures lay half-collapsed, reclaimed by bioluminescent vines that glowed the same vibrant cyan as the planet's sky. Massive broken spires rose like forgotten gods, wrapped in glowing tendrils that pulsed like veins. This was once the first ascent, the original Solari capital before they embraced full technological ascension. The ruins told a tragic story, a proud civilization that had achieved harmony between machine and nature, only to be torn apart by internal factions. One side wanted to return to the surface. The other believed salvation lay only in digging deeper. The glowing vines weren't mere plants. They were symbiotes, engineered life forms designed to repair and protect. Even now, centuries later, they kept the ruins breathing, waiting for worthy inheritors. Cale found an ancient mural depicting the Cyan planet and its underground cities. In the center was a single figure reaching toward the sky. The inscription translated roughly as, "When the dust sings again, the children of two worlds shall awaken us." A chill ran down his spine. The dust was singing, tiny luminous particles floating everywhere, carrying data fragments from the old civilization. The sky market of Nixura. Exhausted and injured, Cale followed a trail of distant lights and emerged into the Nixura Underplaza, the hidden vibrant marketplace. A chaotic, living tapestry of stalls, holographic vendors, and multi-species refugees who had found their way to Ethera over the centuries. This district was built during the Second Bloom, roughly 800 years ago, when the first modern explorers from humanity and other races discovered the canyons. They found the dormant Solari technology and began restoring fragments of it. The market became the neutral heart of the underground world, a place where corporate scavengers, independent technomancers, and strange alien pilgrims traded relics, cyberware, and forbidden knowledge. Vibrant neon in cyan, magenta, and teal bathed the cavern. The air was thick with glowing dust and the smell of exotic spices. Cale traded a piece of his ship's quantum drive for medical nanites and information. An old vendor with mechanical eyes leaned close. "You're not the first to fall from the sky, outsider. The city chooses who it reveals itself to. The vertical shafts and transit veins." Guided by a mysterious contact named Lyra, a sharp-tongued engineer with Solari blood in her veins, Cale traveled through the ascendant shafts, the vertical transit hubs. These were engineering marvels, colossal open shafts lined with glowing maglev tracks, suspended platforms, and high-speed pods racing between districts. Raw canyon walls stood in stark contrast to the sleek, complex architecture. Lyra explained the bigger picture as their pod hurtled through the darkness. The Solari didn't just build a city. They built a living ark. When their star died, they sealed themselves underground, using the planet's natural Cyan energy field as both shield and power source. But they fragmented over time. Different districts became different philosophies. The reactor core worships raw power. The ruins remember the old ways. The market believes in survival through trade. And the hanging residences. The hanging residences and the grand atrium. They arrived at the serene yet breathtaking Luminara Cliffs, the elevated residential district. Modular homes stacked like elegant crystals along canyon ledges, connected by glowing bridges and hanging gardens. Soft teal lighting mixed with the ever-present cyan glow from above. Families, human, synthetic, and hybrid, lived here in relative peace, far from the chaos below. From there, Lyra brought him to the celestial atrium, the grand observation platform. A vast transparent walkway suspended over an endless drop, offering a panoramic view of the layered canyons and the colossal Cyan planet filling the sky like a god's eye. This was the emotional core of the city. "Here is where the last Solari Council made their final decision," Lyra said quietly. "To sleep. To wait." They believed one day a new people would arrive, not as conquerors, but as heirs. The dust you see everywhere? It's their memory medium. Every particle contains fragments of their history, waiting to be assembled. The revelation. As Cale stood in the atrium, the glowing dust around him began to coalesce. Holographic images formed, scenes of a beautiful, thriving surface civilization, then the desperate migration underground, the civil war, the long sleep. A deep, resonant voice echoed through the chamber, speaking directly into his mind. "You carry the spark, child of the surface. The veil has chosen. Will you help us rise once more, or will you join the dust?" Cale looked at Lyra. She was smiling, tears in her eyes, as the ancient systems began to fully awaken around them. The underground city of Ethera wasn't dead. It had only been waiting. And now, with a crashed outlaw and a half-Solari engineer as its unlikely catalysts, the Cyan Veil was ready to reveal its final chapter.